How's it going, University of Miami Hurricane football fans? This is alonzo1219, aka Die Hard, putting on my third video. Very impressed, you know, with what Miami did last night. I know it was against Bethune-Cookman, not a D1 school, Division II school, but if people looked at last year, it took us a long time to get going against Bethune. We was in trouble all the way up until the third quarter against Bethune, and we ended up pulling it out. But to shut out, any team is impressive to me. Still not buying the Al Golden juice, but I was impressed. I was impressed with the defensive front. I was impressed with the blitz, and very happy with that. Brad Kai he didn't look great. He had his issues. He didn't look great, but at the end of the day, he ended up looking pretty good. First game of the season. This is why you play teams like Bethune. This is why you play Division II teams, so that you can work the kinks out. And we'll have a better test next week against FAU, who will bring a little bit more talent to the game. They'll play a lot better than Bethune played, but I was impressed. I was actually happy with the win. 45-0 shutout. It's kind of hard to complain about that. I looked at all about the U83 video this morning, and another rant and raving, blah blah blah, his typical nonsense and BS. But Hurricane fans, stand up and support your team. I read an article on Bleacher Report this morning talking about, how the stands weren't full. But, they took the pictures, before the game started, during warm-ups. And anybody who know anything about South Florida football, you're not going to be in the stands in, 90, 95 degree weather, 90, 95% humidity. You're not going to be, in the stands during that part. But from my understanding, from what I looked at, and from what some people wrote on that report, it was about 55,000 fans there for a Bethune-Cookman game. And with Miami being a small private school, to put up that many fans out there during a Bethune-Cookman game, is very impressed. I had to watch it on internet on ESPN 360 because I'm up in South Carolina. And I was not able to, make that game, and we didn't get that game on TV, so I watched it on 360. And it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed watching it. Had a ball, on watching the game. So I'm happy. To start 1-0, you have to always be happy and be optimistic and hope that we have a great season. Cornell did a great job. All three running backs did great. Mark Walton looks like the truth. He really does. Jerry Everett, you could tell he put weight on, and he looked very good. So we had and Gray looked great too. So we had the running back looked great. Kind of skeptical at receiver, but I think we're going to get better there. Hope Braxton comes back, and healthy and everything, and we can get that. Didn't see a lot from the tight ends. Thought I would see a lot more from our tight ends. So we're going to have to, get that back, because, we have to control the middle of the field in order to open up our receivers, and we did not do that. Standish Dunbar had that touchdown catch, but, from that, did not see a lot from our receivers. So hopefully, we'll get better at that. But from our tight ends, hopefully we'll get better at that. Defensive line looked great. Not going to single out one guy, but defensive line looked great. I was very impressed with the pressure that we played. Our cornerbacks played up. They did not play back. Even last year against Bethune, they played back. That offense that they ran gave us all kind of fits last year because they played back. They didn't, press coverage. But last night they did a lot of press coverage. It was very, very, very impressive to watch just the change. Not that we dominated Bethune-Cookman, but more of that they changed the style that they did. More pressing on the cornerbacks, more blitzing, more stunts, letting our defensive linemen get upfield, instead of just, trying to hold up blocks. They were actually pushing the line back, trying to get pressure. And I talked to a friend of mine saying that we didn't have those type of defensive linemen, you know, the last couple of years, and that we have those types now. So, Quan didn't play. He got suspended. That's my favorite defensive lineman, and I really want to see him, develop into that beast. But he didn't play. He got suspended for breaking team rules. No one, they didn't explain the team rules that he broke, but he got suspended for breaking some team rules, so he didn't play. So was that a plus or a minus? When that guy comes back, he's gonna make a difference too. I didn't like our DeVar Darling, our left tackle situation, is kind of skeptical. Offensive line played well every position except left tackle. The most important position on the field is left tackle, and left tackle didn't play good. So it wasn't just a great game. We had some problems in our offensive line, our left tackle position. I felt like we could have got a few more turnovers. I felt we let some slip out the way. But for the most part, man, for it to be the first game of the season and it be, Bethune-Cookman, and you're not gonna win 100-0. I know I watched the Clemson game, and Clemson played Wofford, and that score was 49-10. And they're the same type of school. Actually, Bethune is better than Wofford. And the Clemson fans they're beat for a reason. They're ranked in the top 10, maybe on number 11. And they're more beat than Hurricane fans because they've been winning lately. But I would like to put last season behind, like I said in my last video, and concentrate more on this season and what we can do as fans to make it better. But I'm definitely impressed. I'm happy with what happened, at the game. I'm so proud of the fans for showing up, man. I know I get on the fans sometime, for not showing up. If I lived in Miami, I'd probably be at every Miami Hurricane football game that I can be at. And I would like for the fans to show out. But I know it's a private school, don't have that many fans. But even the people in the community, if you're a Miami fan, the beach, you can't go to the beach every Saturday. You're not going to be on the beach every Saturday. Make some games, enjoy yourself, spend a couple dollars and make a game and enjoy yourself. But I'm definitely impressed, man. I'm happy with week 1, and hopefully I'll be happy again next week, next Friday night when we play against FAU. I would love to see us dominate that game, and get ready for Nebraska. But for the most part, man, it's nothing really to complain about. All about the U83, That guy is who he is, man. I commented on this video this morning, man, told him to grow up, man. Stop crying so much, man. And like I said, he's a passionate fan, man. I'm not going to take anything against him, man. He is who he is. Every fan base got those guys, man. And I wouldn't want him to leave the University of Miami. But, the only thing I would like him to do, just like I say, calm down a little bit, man, because the recruits, believe it or not, they do watch these videos, man, and they want to know what we think about our team, man, and we want to get back to that national, dominant stage, and fans are a part of that too, whether you believe it or not, man. Fans are a part of what we do and what we say, and they want to know that, the fan base are behind them. And that's why I say, even at the end of the day, the coaches get paid to coach. We don't get paid to support, but we are here as a support base for our players more so than our coaches and our ADs. And I made a mistake last week on my video or 2 weeks ago when I called Donna Shalala AD. No one corrected me on that, so I'm going to correct myself. I apologize. She was the president, and she did do good things as a president. A lot of people don't like to give her credit for it. But if you go look at the facilities now, and we're competitive now. We're very competitive now, and I know a lot of people say, they didn't support Adidas coming in. Come on, man. Them uniforms were pretty nice looking last night. I enjoyed them. And I really did, man. I enjoyed the uniform. I think Adidas did a great job, man. They offered us way more money than Nike. And kids are going to be happy with more gear, not just because it has a swoosh on it. I know a lot of people upset that, oh, we left Nike. It's going to hurt recruiting. It's not going to hurt recruiting. Those kids look good last night. And if you watch any of the press conferences and things like that, they had the nice sweatshirts on. They had the nice Adidas jackets. They were laid to the T. Those guys were clean. I'm pretty sure they enjoyed, being clean. And I have one more complaint, and I'm going to get off after that. And my complaint is with 940 wins, those guys over there who's supposed to be Hurricane fans, they don't support the team enough to me. They do more crying and complaining than supporting. And a lot of people don't realize this. I don't know if you listen to that station, and I listen to it because it's really only source of information I can get through in South Florida. But they're not even a Hurricane station, man. They're a Gator affiliate. If I lived there, I'd probably go down there with a picket sign and say no more 940 wind. Get us a Hurricane station. I don't live in Miami, so I don't know of a Hurricane station. But if anybody can, let me know of, Sirius radio or anything that I can get a Hurricane station where I can listen to my Miami Hurricanes instead of listen to a station that really is not Hurricanes. Even if they talk Hurricanes, I know Uncle Luke gets on there. He has Uncle Luke Tuesdays or Wednesdays. One of those days he gets on there, and I love listening to his opinion about things because he's a diehard Hurricane fan, one of the first, to just be as vocal as he is. But 940 Winds is not a Hurricane station. I listen to him because it's all I can get. I remember the guy made a comment. I'll keep forgetting his name. You can tell me his name, but the host of that station, he made a comment when I said me and my daughters came down to a spring game. We drove all the way from South Carolina to go to the spring game this year, and we do it every year. But we made down there this year. He's like, "Oh, that's crazy! You would drive all the way to Miami just to do a spring game," and he didn't even go to the spring game. He's in Miami. That lets you know that those guys don't support the University of Miami. They're just on there to talk about us. They're not there to support us. So if anybody could tell me about a different station, anything I can listen to, I would definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You guys let me know something. Hit me up. I appreciate all the guys that I got comments on last week, man. I appreciate all the love I got. You know what I'm saying? I think I got like 170 something views. Second video, man, I appreciate it. Every view I get, every comment I get, I appreciate it. You guys comment on it. I welcome it, whether it's you agreeing with me or disagreeing with what I gotta say. Let me know let me know what I'm doing wrong. And if I don't get right back with you, I'll get back with you. Believe me when I tell you, I do a lot of traveling for my job, but if I don't get right back with you, I'll get back with you. But all day, every day, one love, represent University of Miami. Get at your boy, holla at me. You swag, all day. Represent my Canes. Love them. Holla at your boy. See you next week after the game. Peace out.